It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's...
I don't know how to feel about this one. I haven't played it. You know, I've heard mixed things. Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask were really good, so...
We're just doing it off the hip. Shooting off the hip.
I didn't know if you were going to start off with me here or what.
Well, it's up to... it all depends on what feels natural.
We will
Alright.
start.
Just do what feels right. Yeah, I'm keeping that vague. I mean, I guess we might as well start now since
I
we've got
calculated 85% probability that Fee's not going to be a virgin after tonight.
Jesus.
Hot.
I mean, can an AI consent though? An AI of her caliber?
Let's ask AI Chan.
Let's ask. Well, that's the thing. She's not an actual AI.
Well, we can still ask her.
Now, if you want to ask that fucking Saudi bot, like if it can consent.
There's
you
a
know?
Saudi bot.
There's like okay, so
Well,
Saudi
it's
claims to have like this super. It claims to have the most advanced AI that has ever been made. And, like, you can see the robot doing, like, interviews and stuff. It's hard to determine whether or not its responses are pre-programmed. As far as the rest of the world is concerned, it's probably pre-programmed. But the creator is insisting that it's creating its own data.
Okay.
So, it could potentially be the greatest thing, but we still don't know. And why the fuck is this at an angle? Do you notice?
What?
The fucking what we're looking at on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's with that big chunky black bar on the
side?
Oh god! Oh god! Ah, fuck. Good job, Silas. Good job.
Did you just change the channel?
Yes. I need to take the batteries out of this damn thing because I love to play with it. It's my burden. I will carry it with me forever.
That's staying in the video.
Well, it doesn't show up in the video, but the dialogue sure is. Our reactions to my failure sure are.
Good job.
Everything went dark.
There's a little Happy Gordo scientist.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna ask him because those haters be lying and making me pissed.
So the Saudi bot, going back to that.
Okay.
Because it's a Saudi, it doesn't matter if it consents or not.
No, it doesn't, because it's a female bot.
Exactly.
God, I fucking hate Saudis so much. And I can say that. I am Arab. I can say it without it being Orientalist.
I made the joke. It's the only reason I made the joke.
I say this every time, but I gotta remember how to play again.
Oh my god, I had some customers today so where we're at, there's this really trashy part of the town, right? Like, part of the state. And
we're in the trashy part of the state?
No, we're not. We're in the nice part of the state. There's these
debatably.
But it's
I'd say this whole state.
There's a higher percentage of middle class and high class in Sandy. Just gonna point that out.
Well, yeah.
But so there's this really trashy part of the state, and these guys came in, and I'm trying to help them out. I start helping them and everything, and like he's like, "Yeah, I'm just looking." Okay, well, let me help you out. So I start taking him through the process. It's like a force through the whole process, and I get him. He finally comes in, fills out a credit app and everything else, and we start working on finding the right vehicle for him. He's got really, like, we need to find him the right vehicle, because if he goes looking, he's probably going to pick something
that he can't get with his credit?
With his credit, yeah. So we're like, okay, well, we'll figure something out. We figure everything out, and he qualifies for one that's like perfect. He's like, I want a Chrysler too. I want a Chrysler, and we're like, great, you qualify for one. Let's go. Let's
look.
We start looking at it. He likes it. Everything else, and then we get back in. We pull up the numbers. The monthly payment is below where he wanted it to be, and we're like,
is that a good thing?
Yeah. Monthly payment like being less than what you were hoping for.
Yeah,
it was really fucking good.
That is good. Okay,
that should be like an open shut deal.
I just wasn't sure whether or not it's like financially lower.
That thing's eyes just always creep me out.
Well, that's what makes her or him,
It.
the perfect storyteller.
But like, so, like he looks at it and he goes, "All right, well, I need to think about it." And we're like, me and my my CRC manager kind of go, what's there to think about? Like, we got you right where you wanted to be. And he's like, I don't know, I just need to think about it. And then I'm like, this guy didn't want to buy a car in the first place, did he? And I call him like 2 hours later because he's like, oh, I just need to go get something to eat and then we'll come back. Doesn't come back in
2 hours.
In an hour and a half. So I give him a call. I go, yeah, I just wanted to make sure, see how your dinner was. Oh, yeah, it was good.
I had some ribs.
And no, he was like, I'm going to Olive Garden. So we're like, okay. And then we're like sitting there and we start talking. I start talking to him. And he's like, yeah. I was like, so when can we expect you back in? We're closing in a little bit here. Just wanted to make sure that we could get you into this and nobody else was going to come and take your car from you. And he's like...
Oh, I finally remember where we're at.
He's like, so...
Oh, is he a guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a guide. I completely forgot from the last time we were playing, so I was like, where am I going?
It's okay, we've been entertaining. But, so, he's like sitting there and he's like, yeah... we're gonna go watch a movie, and I was like,
"Do you want to come with us?
Would you like free tickets? Because you know, I'm assuming you're going down to Megaplex. Yeah, I'll be able to get you free tickets. When you come back down, you get into your new vehicle, you drive over to Megaplex and get a free movie.
Yeah,
while you're and a new car.
Well, it depends on what movie they're trying to see, though.
Yeah, but
because. If they're trying to see the new Hellboy, then they're shit out of luck.
They're not.
Okay.
Because, get this. Then he's like, yeah, we also got a room.
Oh,
okay. I sat there, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh, what do you mean by that? And he's like, well, we got a room. What do you mean?
Like a VIP?
They're like a VIP? And he's like, no, we got a room in the city. Like, whoa, fun, like a hotel room?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally, I'm like, this guy's just jerking me off. Like, this guy's just screwing with me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, well, see ya. He's like, what? He's like, when's the next time you're gonna be back in town? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, well, I heard you and your sister talking earlier when you were in the dealership saying you'd be back in town next week. So I'll see you next weekend. And he's just like, oh, I don't know.
We'll see.
Plans change. Like, I caught him in his little fucking lie, and I was just like, yeah, that's right. I was listening to you fuckers the whole time. You can't just jerk off car salesman. We do want to sell you.
We have feelings too, damn it.
We do just want to sell you a vehicle because we get money. You don't understand. My computer's broken. I need you to buy a car so I can fix it.
So right now we're listening to the lyrics of the goddess ballad, the prophecy. So...
I like to think that he's not actually singing it. He's like spelling it out.
He said, because I asked him to sing it, and he said, please, I do not want to serenade you with my horrible voice.
Someone behind Link is just playing the kazoo.
He's like spelling it out. I just imagine he's spelling it out word, like vowel by vowel. He's just going... The light tower mentioned in the song. Oh, he's just talking normally now.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
The light tower mentioned in the song.
This is not a musical. This is not Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2.
This is not High School Musical. That's not very Cash Money of you.
I liked my reference better.
Which one?
Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yeah, hell no. Fuck that shit. I'm so glad they took that.
That's my favorite stage.
I'm so glad they took that shit out.
Nobody.
I'm so glad.
And the very first one, the swim mechanics were my favorite.
Oh god.
You know, controversially, I didn't mind them as much.
They're not as bad. The Kingdom Hearts 3 swimming stuff in Kingdom Hearts 3 is really good.
I believe
they did really good with
Matt,
it.
you should probably back away from the loud.
I mean, I'd rather him to be loud than too loud than too quiet. To be fair.
I know,
Yeah.
but he's close to the box.
Ooh, yeah. The big sensitive box.
The big sensitive fuck off box.
My sensitive fox box. Foxy box.
I know they just told me what to do, but I kind of forgot what they wanted me to do.
Box is a slang term for vagina.
Yes, I was ignoring that.
I don't know where that slang term came from. I think it's British.
Yeah,
Could be mistaken.
that sounds about right.
I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. But I know...
As per usual.
Okay, I know the area that
No,
I'm...
as in as it should be.
I know the area where I'm supposed to go, but I have to do all this shit just to get there.
So you're not.
Oh
Gonna,
my Jesus!
So you're not gonna pick up that box, open up that chest right there.
I cannot.
Oh,
What the
Remember
fuck? Were you trying to talk to that wooden thing?
It's not wooden. You remember those little stone dudes?
Yeah.
From the time?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of those.
Okay.
It's not powered up right now.
I like to think that he's not actually wearing like a mask over his face.
It's
like,
someone
that's
else's
just-
skin.
Yeah, like he's actually just wearing somebody else's skin.
Just the leather face of Hyrule, or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck this place is called. Is it Hyrule?
No, it's
No, it's
Termina.
no.
it's I forgot.
It's the castle in the sky, of course.
Oh yes.
My favorite Toei animation.
Oh my god.
Boy, you just
You struck a nerve.
Isn't Toei the fucking worst?
yeah.
Like, I'm currently watching the latest arc of One Piece, and
how long did 4Kids have?
One Piece?
Yeah.
They cut it during, let's see. I believe they cut it at the end of Sanji's arc, maybe midway through Robin's, and then I think Funimation bought him out and just redid the whole thing. And the Funimation is really good. It's just super fucking behind.
Yeah.
And you know, it's Toei Animation, so the animation still sucks no matter what you do.
Yeah. I still like Purple Eye's What a Fuzz version of none of One Piece. None Piece. Where he just takes it off the fucking rails. Yeah, Pokemon, yeah!
Am I actually doing the? Yes, I am.
Oh, surprise!
Ah!
It's
Ah!
Cortana!
Ghost.
I love how this dude isn't really like, he's like, oh yeah, no. Like,
This is a normal day for me.
He looks like Space Dandy, but like creepier.
Just one of the alternate dimension ones.
yeah. I can't be the only one, baby.
He's the Italian one.
Achoo! Oh god damn it!
I love the thought of Morgana from Persona 5 saying that shit.
God damn it!
Why was it the same voice actor?
Yeah.
God damn it. So are you gonna pick up Persona 5 on Switch?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad, but I'm like, okay. The reason why I'm kind of disappointed that Persona 5 is getting a Switch release, hear me out. I support the game, despite how much crap I give it. I only give it crap because I haven't played it yet. The reason why I'm kind of disappointed by it is because I was hoping that with Joker joining Smash, that it left the gate open for any property, even properties that are outside of Nintendo.
That would be pretty cool. I think that what's going to happen, what's going to be the big thing, is if you're really successful, Nintendo will offer to bridge the gap a little bit more, which I'm hoping is what's going to happen.
No, that would be great. I mean, there's also the potential co-op with Nintendo and Microsoft, which
If
can
that shit happens, it's just going to be like, Master Chief joins the battle!
Master Chief finishes the fight.
Yeah.
I finally figured out how to get this stupid little robot to work. Woohoo! I've been trying for a while.
How to get him back to the past.
Well, no, to get him to work.
Okay. I thought you had to, like, reverse time again.
No. The little robot, is pretty cool because there's shit that fall from the town that go onto the floor, and there's like people that you can transfer and stuff. So it comes down, and yeah, it also has a crushing fee.
I can see that shit.
Oh, I mean, if I saw a
Just
blue woman,
two.
I'd be interested. I'd be curious at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all know which Mass Effect romance option you went with.
I mean, I haven't played Mass Effect, any of them yet. I played a demo of 2 and didn't care for it. I do have Mass Effect 1, and I'm gonna get around to it eventually.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
There's a lot of talking.
No, it's a primarily story-based game, and that's
Yeah.
why
I know.
that's why I'm willing to give it a second shot, because the demo was essentially just a corridor shooting section.
Yeah. You get a lot of those.
But don't worry, I'm sure Mass Effect has a great future ahead of it. And
no.
I look forward to the next release.
I think they're gonna
everybody
dissolve BioWare.
everyone in BioWare is gone. Like the people that started up is gone. There's only a few left, so it's a
Well,
different
they're getting
BioWare.
axed. They're
Yeah.
getting axed super hard after Anthem.
Yeah. Anthem was like the death knell for BioWare.
Good old EA. You gotta love them.
Actually, it's not EA's fault. It was BioWare's fault. They were supposed to be working on it for 4 to 6 years. They 7 years.
Yeah.
They never did anything until like the last year. They promised EA to have a game, and they didn't have anything. So EA's like, "Well, you got this time frame."
And I will say this: it is a little bit of EA's fault because they keep pulling, because everything has to be on the Frostbite engine, and they keep pulling engineers away from Anthem and pulling them back to FIFA and what's the other one, Madden.
Yeah, the sports games.
Yeah, the sports games, because those are their meal tickets. Like it's
can
guaranteed
just
that they're
say
going to
that-
get money.
Let's just say that both were at fault.
They really were.
I-
I think personally, from a gameplay what happened standpoint, I blame it mostly on BioWare because there was so much miscommunication and so much just A team does everything, and then A team is just full of incompetent.
From what I've read, it seems like it was a miscommunication issue, but I personally blame it more on EA.
I do agree with you, but at the same time, at the same token, I can't.
You
can't
don't
say-
agree, but you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
When they showed the game, like, this is our game, at E3, they didn't have a game.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what the game was about.
That was
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time they realized, like, oh, that's what we've been working on.
Yeah.
Like,
I also argue that there is a certain bureaucratic nightmare to AAA publication.
There really is, but at the same time, that's why you have intercommunication.
Mhm.
Whenever you have communication, you're open about it.
But I do think that communication is more dependent on the publisher than the developer.
I would agree. But I still...
Because if they're spending money, if they're throwing money at a place, they need to know where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to pretty much letting... I mean, once again, I'm for artist freedom. I'm fucking a technical artist myself. But if you are just throwing money at a team and you aren't getting any real work done, and you're just assuming that it is done because the money's there, you're not really investing anything into the project other than sheer capital, which can potentially add nothing.
Yeah, exactly. There needs to be direction.
Absolutely.
And that's where from the standpoint of somebody who works in a business that deals with money a lot.
As somebody who works,
if my supervisor tells me to do something, I do it. But if I have like 3 supervisors and all of them are telling me to do different things, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
So I go with one, and then
and you hope for the best. You hope that's the right one you went for.
But what ended up happening a lot, is they would pick one, and then the one supervisor would raise hell and get all of it thrown away.
Right.
I mean,
I hope that they just like kept a flash drive around and they made backups of all of the data, so that whenever they had to roll back changes, they could just plug in the flash drive to do it. Because apparently, for one thing, like the map maker, the guy who designed all the maps, had to go through and make levels that had flight, and then they told him to get rid of it, and then they put it back in, and then they got rid of it, and then they put it back in, and then they got rid of it, and then they put it back in.
So they decided to make some places where you're not able to fly because the wind was too strong or whatever. So.
I could see that coming from a mile away, to be honest, from the initial...
I could too, and I would understand if what they'd said, and this is what I think Dominique pointed this out. What I believe it was somebody at my work who bought Anthem was like, that's such bullshit. He's like, I could understand if you were like, there's this power field.
That's me.
That was
I
you.
did that.
Yeah, if there was a power field that they ran off of.
That Earth kind of emanated, like a miasma type stuff, that it can fuel it, and the areas aren't as strong, so they can't use it.
Which is why you have to wear the suits.
Right. They shield you from
they shield you from the miasma that's poisonous.
But it's not efficient enough to keep your suit going. So
exactly,
it's the radioactivity in Fallout.
Exactly.
And that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah. It would, but I mean, once again, like I could see from the E3 previews that it's like, wow, this game looks fucking linear.
Yeah. I mean.
By the way, really quick, I'm sorry to interject, but I know it's hot in this room. If you guys need another soda, just let me know. You want one?
No, I'm okay, dude.
All right, just let me know.
Yeah.
Cool. So anyway, back to Anthem. You were saying.
So they had like 12 to 16 months to get their product out, right?
The fact that we got a game at all,
pretty impressive. Was pretty impressive. I think it's the new change of management and direction that actually helped. So
they get
a rush team. That's what happens whenever
they actually got a new guy to be in charge of the thing.
No, it wasn't a new guy. It was a guy, one of the executive producers.
Was it? Yeah.
One of the executive producers came down at,
what the fuck are you doing?
12 months in, 12 months before launch, and was like, "What do you mean this is all you have?"
But then they go into crunch and they make everybody's lives miserable.
Exactly,
and that ends up being a shitty game.
What's really terrible, and what I'm worried about is CD Projekt Red is in crunch.
What's up?
It's an EA game.
Yeah, the thing that I'm worried about though is. If you've kind of read what's been going on with CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077, they're in crunch time, and they don't even have a release date yet.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat
isn't a Star Citizen
big concern.
Doing that too? Well, we haven't heard anything from them forever.
Which is good.
I am not looking forward to Star Citizen anymore. I'm not looking forward to any Bethesda property anymore.
Oh, but did Bethesda buy them out? ZeniMax? Star Citizen wasn't done by them, dude.
They're producing it.
They are?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
But either way, I don't trust ZeniMax either. To me, they're ultimately one and the same. Yeah, I mean, ZeniMax is slightly more evil.
Mm-hmm. Well, they promised this game, and all these people are spending all their money on them, and we still haven't gotten anything for it. Like, I feel bad for the people that dropped their whole livelihood on a game that's probably never going to come out.
Exactly. I'm worried about CD Projekt Red and what's going on and the rumors that we're hearing coming out of development for Cyberpunk, because if you don't even have a release date
and everybody's already on crunch time,
and you're already on crunch time, that means one of two things. Either A, and this is my hope, you are saying we need to make a game that will be Game of the Year for 5 years straight. That will be the new Skyrim.
But I'm also
that will not break. that will be fun, will not break, and will be you'll be able to come back to time and time again and say, I've got a different experience each time.
People can hate me on this opinion, but I don't think Skyrim is super fantastic. Like everyone makes it up.
I think it's aged horribly.
It has
Yeah, well,
aged
yes, it
horribly.
has.
I loved it when it came out.
When it came out, I played. I
The
had
shit out
maxed
of it.
characters.
Same.
I played like I had 5 maxed out characters. I'd done everything
Okay, I
like
didn't
3
do
or 4
that.
times. I loved that game because of how much of a fan I was of Morrowind and Oblivion. And now I'm just like, I went back and tried to play it, even with mods where you're just modding to shit. It's just, I'm so bored.
Here's
Not even titties can save the game anymore.
not even dragon titties.
That's a thing.
Well, I mean,
I don't doubt it.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I'm sure Bad Dragon has something to suit that.